I'm James Brass.
I'm Levester, aka Levi, whatever we're talking about the character.
Alright, so we want to make a basic game of Hangman. Of course, we had have an input phrase for the person to guess. We set the maximum of 12 characters for that. We have spaces, non-guessed obviously, so you can see the length of the words, and all non-letter keyboard entries will just count as a space because there's no punctuation in Hangman.
Basically, I figured that the only things we would actually care about were alphabetical characters. So any other key, the key gets pressed, is registered as a space.
Okay, the maximum number of guesses is 6 in red there, but
yeah, for some reason the red is going to show up, but it's a 6 right here.
It's too dark and scary. I wanted to make it 10, but Levi plays hardcore rules. However, I did get him to cave in, and we have the incorrect letters guessed on the bottom there, so you can see which ones you guessed wrong. And then just the phrase will be shown on the LCD display every time you guess incorrectly or correctly, and then you will have a hangman that is slowly built as you guess wrong.
So for our block diagram here, we have the PS2 keyboard coming into the marketplace as a UART, and we have the GPIOs going to the LCD display, the VRAM. I actually had to change my VRAM to 16K for some reason. I think somebody did my code, but whatever. It's fine. And, so yeah, there's a little block diagram there. I wanted more pictures, but we didn't have time to put pictures on there.
The software diagram is pretty straightforward. We have the initializing the keyboard and the LCD display. We have an input mode where the person types in the phrase, and the phrase itself will appear on the LCD so you know that you've entered it correctly, so you didn't make a typo. And then you start the guessing mode. The phrases start out, and you do your inputs until you run out of guesses or get the word correctly. And it just cycles through that until you win or you lose.
So this is a picture of the LCD display. It's 16 characters long, and these 4 over here. Do you have a picture here?
It will come.
Okay. These 4 over here, they get blacked out. It's supposed to be red though. For some reason, the computer is just retarded. But the I should put the will be drawn over here in these 4 tiles. And then the word displays here in these 12 spaces, and then your screwed up guesses get down here. You have like 6 max, then you're done.
We want to take a closer look at the LCD as suggested. So if you go to the next slide, you can see that those four are put up in a smaller array, and using those we're going to build our hangman, who looks like this.
Give or take.
Yeah. His name has been elongated. From
If you look closely, you can see up there.
And he will be for guess.
So basically for testing, all we had to do, is this testing? Yeah, it's testing.
Yeah, it's testing.
All we had to do really was initialize the LCD, and then I displayed Hello World to the LCD so that I knew I could, it was initialized properly. And then I started interfacing it with the Hangman code so that it would actually, I could tell that it was masking the letters properly and everything. And then from there, I went to the LCD and actually had to create the custom characters. I actually go into CG RAM and program the characters for the Hangman in there by hand, and then read them back and display them. And it was a nightmare. And then, yeah, so from there, basically, is next one testing thing?
Yeah, next one's testing the keyboard.
So basically, all I did was just trial and error. And once I found the baud rate, I just started pushing buttons. And if it worked, super. If not, back to the drawing board. But for the most part, like once I got the baud rate, everything was fine. I just had to take the scan codes and compare them. And basically, all I did was we took the scan codes and we have it reading so that it keeps reading until it gets a key press, and then it keeps reading until it gets the key release scan code, and then it reads the scan code immediately following the F0 scan code. So basically, whatever key gets released is the key that gets registered. So that's cool. It was a nice little thing there. And so I guess we're
You're supposed to be in red? That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it look cool.
You want to on this?
Can you guess it?
I should put 666 on here somewhere.
So yeah, let's do a middle school. Questions? Right on.
Questions, comments, concerns?
Cool. So this is going to get real cozy because this is not a big display.
All right.
So, turns on all the power.
Who wants to guess and actually play our game? said, Justin, you want to do a fantastic job.
Not yet, not yet. Oh, yes,
So-
you gotta stay in the distance for now.
Okay.
Fuck me.
So now that Justin's over there out of sight,
Alright, so basically what you can do right now, it's in input mode. So as you type the phrase in, it will actually like display on the screen. So I'm just gonna give him something really ridiculous.
that's actually a word, hopefully.
It's a few different words. So as you can see, I have typed in a phrase and it has shown up on the screen. Then I will hit the enter button, and then it will go into Hangman mode. And then Justin will come over here, and I will get out of here because it's very hot over here. And Justin will play the game.
Okay.
I don't know, I can't even see.
He guessed A-I-T.
Any luck?
Oh, wrong.
Oh.
He's got a circle.
He's doing pretty good so far.
Oh, now he's got
It's
a.
getting real.
They do. Yeah.
Oh. Is he going to get it?
M-A-I-T. Oh yeah, it's right there. Let's see. Make it
Oh,
rain.
you lost,
Aw.
Oh, yeah, display is the correct answer after you've lost, so you don't feel bad. You never know.
Put a W. I was like, wait.